Ladies and gentlemen, good morning to all and to all, or good evening. Featured in international news, the Vladimir Putin's Russian Federation is no longer in the joke. The Russia threatens to strike on the Great Britain and in any case everything which belongs to London and the Western and in the seas of Europe. Russia has made a finding thanks to its intelligence services. Russia has found that the Britain was in the process of prepare a big provocation against her. A big provocation. That is to say, which results from a strategy extremely well put together in such a way that if Great Britain, if London manages to implement its strategy, media communication, which will be around, Russia risks being very bad view. And therefore, to cut short, Russia issued a warning. Russia risks hitting everything, which is a ship belonging to the Westerners, who will find themselves only this either to the Sea of Azov or any WED. Russia will strike. So, what kind of provocation? What is the Britain is preparing and who is fell into the hands of the services of Russian intelligence? It must be said that Russia received all the documents complete. So their secret is revealed. The strategy they are in the process of implement. It is known by the Russia. To prevent the world from accusing Russia, the Russian intelligence service preferred spread the information. That the enemy know, let the British know that Russia knows about it, and it is behind this. Russia obviously gives a warning. Ladies and gentlemen, within the framework of this geopolitical conference is this news that we are going to talk about. But before we continue, as usually agree to share the conference at most, it is necessary secure by putting likes and especially, and I want to see that you click the subscribe button. Subscribe. This allows you to no longer miss international news. So let's go into the depths. So. It must be said that it is an accusation direct action from Moscow against the United Kingdom. Moscow begins by accusing directly the United Kingdom. What's going on? This is an official alert. The service Russian Foreign Intelligence that we calls the SVR. This service accused London of preparing a new provocation against the Russian Federation. So this is the intelligence service Russian who accuses the United Kingdom of prepare a new provocation against Russia. But how this provocation will take place. So according to Moscow, the operation will aim to attack a Russian ship. Either they will attack a Russian ship, either they will simulate a strike under false pretense flag and attack a Ukrainian ship. They will use another false flag, perhaps a false Russian flag. They will attack a Ukrainian ship, always saying that it is Russia who attacked the Ukrainian ship. So they're going to do it. There you go. It's going to be a Ukrainian ship or a Ukrainian ship. Civilian or foreign Ukrainian ship in a European port. So according to the scheme, they will carry out an attack in a European port. They will put the Russian flag on their ship which attacks the Ukrainian ship, and then after they will say that it is the Russia. They will cycle images. We see the ship which obviously has the Russian flag, and they will communicate about it. They will present Russia as being, here is a country which is like that, which is like that. So these are the two strategies. Either they directly attack a ship Russian, and they know that if they attack a Russian ship in a European port, they started the conflict. So the other option is to attack a Ukrainian ship, which is civilian. And these are the two methods that have been detected by the Russian Federation, the Russian intelligence service. So the Russian intelligence service disseminates its information, and therefore it is necessary to say that the objective which is sought behind this, the attack would serve to accuse Russia of aggression. When they do it, the goal is to accuse Russia of aggression, is to create a media shock and strengthen the military legitimacy of NATO in European waters. So the objective sought first is to smear Russia, and it is to have an argument to strengthen presence NATO military in the waters European. However, most of the waters Europeans are shared between the Russia and Europe. It must be said that the Russia is on the European continent. So Russia doesn't want a militarization of European waters, but to have a reason, a justification, they are obliged to go through there. And that's why then the intelligence service reveals those who are preparing. So it's a maneuver in the continuity of maritime tensions. It has to be said, eh? And there have been the past in 2021, there was an incident which happened, a similar incident that happened. Here, some similar accusations have been made. During the HMS Defender incident at Sea Black, so Russia had been again accused in Crimea, now in the territorial waters of Crimea. But now Russia has pulled the lessons from past experience. The Russia no longer wants to be pushed around. Russia informs the public and Russia threat. What measures have been taken? Been taken by Russia. These are the measures that have been taken by Russia, which include strikes. Russia has planned if he tries anything, either Russia will strike in the waters European. That's very clear. Even if it is in the ports of London, Russia is going to strike. So already for Russia, it is a provocation poorly controlled, which could degenerate into direct maritime confrontation, especially if Russia decides to retaliate. So that's it. That's what Russia thinks, that it is a provocation which is poorly controlled. And obviously British strategy, according to the Russians, and which consists of reviving the confrontation. So Russia is clear. Russia is clear about its position. The SRV, the intelligence service Russian, announced surveillance strengthened European ports. So the Russia to monitor ports Europeans, all European ports and suspicious naval movements linked to NATO will be controlled. As soon as there has a suspicious NATO-related movement in European ports, Russia will hit directly. So here are the preliminary measures that are taken by the Russian Federation in relation to this provocation, which was being prepared but which is almost foiled. And so ladies and gentlemen, here is the one of the international news. You'll be back later with some new information. It was, of course, the voice of your humble servant, Samurai.